G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a video that, it's been a long time in the making, especially if you've been subscribed to the channel since all the way back in 2017. Today I'm going to be showing you my Fortnite loadout. I started playing Fortnite for the first time around November 2017, and I remember making videos until late 2019 before my channel became predominantly NRL besides gaming and movie review. Over that time, obviously, as you're seeing as this video goes along, I have had a lot of different skins. I still remember that one there, the Marshmallow Concert, as well. I think it was actually on a cruise in New Zealand at the time, but they did have Xbox that allowed us to log in. Another thing I'll mention is I remember that Chomp Senior there, as well as a skin known as Steelcast were two that I used to use a lot, as well as a Deep Freeze bundle back in the day. The Deep Freeze skin was one of my favorites, that one there, coming up, Frostbite. Back in the day it was one that I used, and to play from season 3 all the way, or technically the very end of season 2, all the way through to season 10 for the first chapter of Fortnite. You have a lot of skins there. Now, I did stop playing the game, probably stopped around 2021, and I came back obviously for OG Fortnite, but I have been playing for about 2 months to kind of warm up for what's been coming. That John Wick skin there, the Reaper, that's an old one, and that was introduced in the Season 3 Battle Pass for OGs. So a lot of these are Tier 100 skins. Some of them are just Battle Pass skins, and some of them have been bought as well. I don't mind this new one, this Spectra Knight. It allows you to change colours and things like that as well, which is a really nice addition. There's obviously been lots of changes to the map, but there's also been changes to skin like this one, Bunker Jonesy. Jonesy has been one of those kind of OG default characters for a long time. There's DJ Yonder. As this video goes along, you just see how many different skins I've had throughout Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and I have been playing this game for a long time. I like that Ember skin there. It's a nice little mythical creature, kind of Skyrim, Lord of the Rings vibes. That was one that I did use a bit as well. As skins kind of come up throughout this, and you can see when they were introduced and how old they are as well. Skins like the Skull Trooper, this Indiana Jones one I've been starting to use quite commonly as well. Look, there are lots of different characters that are introduced Fortnite, so it's obviously quite a long list. There's Will Smith, I think his name was Mike Lowry from Bad Boys. Halloween skin fairly recently came out, and I got that one in Chapter 4. Mecha Morty I use a little bit, not as much as I used to. I probably more so use the Rick now, and here's Peely, who was introduced in Season 8 when they added the beachy vibes, the beach balls, things like that. There is the NFL skin. Here's one of the OG ones. It is the Rust Lord, introduced in Season 3 when they added, the meteors, things like that as well. And this Rogue Agent, I think from memory, I think it was part of a starter pack, but, a lot of these skins, including that Rick one there, they have a lot of options for customization as well, including this one here, the Skull Trooper. It used to be one of the absolutely rarest skins of the game, and it still is fairly rare, but not as rare as it used to be by any means. The tuna fish could obviously change colour. Technique was an old skin introduced in Season 4 of Fortnite, as well as this one, the Sunstrider, very popular one in Season 5. There is an NBA skin introduced in Chapter 2. Trog, which I know my cousin likes to rock Trog a lot, as well as the Foundation is his picks for skins. So a couple more here. I remember Zoe was introduced in Season 4. I actually used that one quite a bit. Cool little skin. There's the Diecast. Maybe that was the Steelcast that I was thinking of. Grimbles. I remember using Grimbles a bit, but it was just really, really easy to see, which made it a little bit annoying, to be honest. And then Plastic Patroller, and Jonesy the First. So those are the skins that I've had throughout Fortnite. Much like the skins, there's been a lot of back bling over the years, ever since it was introduced in the game. Back bling has been changed by a lot of players, and I've got the Superman ones, the cape, and the Daily Planet, being a big Superman / Smallville fan. Baby Gingy, part of the laser beam set, is one that I commonly use as well. I sometimes like to use some pets as well. Remember, they introduced pets probably around season 1, chapter 5. Was probably when pets were first introduced, maybe about 4 years ago now, and they were a nice little addition to the game, and a lot of them moved and did things as well. But there's some really cool back bling. There's a lot of these that, I'll be honest, I haven't used or just haven't used in a long time. There's the shark fin that goes with Chomp Senior. But yeah, as I'm going along, you can see some of the either newer back bling from, say, chapter 3, chapter 2, or the stuff from the old game. Remember that Duskwing one that's coming up there? There's the Butter Robot from Rick and Morty. Yeah, this one here, the Dusk Wings, I used very commonly back in season 6. There was the Ghost Portal here that was introduced in season 5, so that's one of the older ones as well. That back in the day, I do remember using that one quite a lot. And you got Inky that went with the tuna fish skin. A lot of these ones here being chapter 2. The little black heart was a cool one. Morty's backpack there from Rick and Morty. The Nana meter. I remember this one probably in season 5 right now. The pool party was very commonly used back in the day. Everyone just had the pool party on when that season started. There was scales when they added, dragons to the game, different things. A few different cloaks and capes that they've had over the years. There's the unicorn flakes added in season 8. Woodsy, again, another animal that was added to the game. Birthday cake when Fortnite was celebrating its birthday. Maybe they do it every year from memory, actually, now that I think about it. Smoothie, introduced in season 9, was a cool one. And then obviously some of the older ones there as well for the back bling. When it comes to the pickaxes, there's been a lot over the years again. The Marshmallow one around that time of the Marshmallow concert in season 7. You've got a lot of Star Wars ones here. Recently, they've added a lot of Star Wars stuff to the game. One thing I really like about pickaxes is like these blade ones. I think at the moment I'm using, the King's Sword or something like that. But a lot of these ones that are like knifey blades are pretty cool. The Hammerhead Morty there, another cool one. The Ice Scepter was definitely one that I did used to use back in the day. The Rift Edge was a cool one here that went with the Drift's skin. The Drift skin was pretty cool when it first came out. So there has been a lot of different, pickaxes, colours. The Big Spoon added in chapter 2 was cool as well there. But stuff like this is what I like. The King's Oath, that's one of my favourites at the moment to use within the game. And then obviously some of these are newer. Balloon Axe was used a lot back in the day as well. So if you're obviously a newer player to Fortnite, you might have not known about these ones, but back in the day they were cool. The Chillax there went with the Frostbite skin. The Lollipop was commonly used as well back in the day in season 4 there. So many throwbacks in this collection. It's crazy to think just how much I've had and seeing it. There's the Slam Dunk in season 4. I use that all the time. I love that pickaxe. It looks exactly like a basketball hoop. There's the knife from Halloween. And then again, some of those swords. So I think the swords are some of my favourites. And then there was a sign from the pizza shop and the common. So that basically sums up the pickaxes. When it comes to gliders, obviously when you win each season, you get a glider given to you as well throughout chapter 1, 2 and also 3. While I played that, obviously have most, if not all, of those umbrellas. And then there's some weird some weird gliders, but there are some really cool ones, ones based on movies like the Star Wars one that you're about to see, that Sentinel one being, part of the Matrix as well. So over the years, but the only issue with gliders is that some of them are just hard to see when you're landing, or they're just too loud, like things like the one you're about to see, the Ghost Train Dark Engine. Pretty sure that's one that kind of toots as you're coming down, and if you're playing late at night, it just doesn't work. But over the years, obviously this game has added a lot to it, and gliders have been a big part, whether they be part of the battle pass or whether they be paid. There's Rick's spaceship as a glider. There's been some wings, there's been umbrellas, there's been ships. So there's just been so many different things. Then you've had these common kind of gliders, which there's been a lot of over the years, and there's been small changes, but they're fairly simple. And some of them are nice colours, but some of them don't work. I'll be honest, some of them don't work. Swarm, introduced in Season 6, was a really cool one back in the day to rock. Just having a look as we go to see some other ones that I did used to use back in the day. I think this one here, the Covered Crusader, was one that I used a little bit. Not a massive amount though. The one you're about to see here, the Der Burger, Glider, was used by a lot of people. Very common one, introduced in season 7 there, based off Greasy Grove. There's the Rainbow Rider at Rare, introduced in season 3. So as you can see, there is some pretty cool ones, but as I said, I haven't enjoyed all of them. I can't say that all of these are great. Some of them have just felt like silly additions to the game, but there has been their fair share of good ones, and creativity has definitely been used in this game throughout its time that I have played it, and gliders put a massive part into that. So, to own this many gliders is pretty awesome. There's a standard sleigh coming up, tactical sleigh, introduced in season 7. And then these ones here, they're more like just uncommon kind of coloured gliders, and I used some of them back in the day, but I was more into like the umbrellas, especially coming off a win when a new season comes out and you're trying to flex using that new umbrella, which you're about to see the umbrellas in just a moment, was really, really cool. But some of these were used back in the day. I think maybe that Royal Air one might have been one I used. Beach umbrella when you got a season 5 victory royale. Chapter 2 season 1 there, the downpour one. Standard glider. So lots of different umbrellas here, all representing that you've won your first victory royale within the season. And then one of these obviously will include the common umbrella, which is just used in the game if you don't have anything, which is this next one here. So that is the victory umbrella once you get a victory in the game. So those are my gliders. Now, if I was to show you, colours and jump outs and things like that, it would just go forever. So the last thing I'm going to show you guys is my loading screens. Now, I can't remember too much how much I've changed in regards to these. I do remember that assemble one was one I commonly used, but I'll kind of say, yep, this was used as I go along. There's some really cool ones from Spider-Man, from Star Wars, different things. But if I'm being honest, I just don't change this loading screen all that much. That one there, obviously the Battle Royale one, really, really cool back in the day and was one that I definitely use. This Bright Gunner one there, one that I commonly use as well. Maybe haven't used in a while now because it's been a little bit since I've had that game to played it now. So a lot of these, they seem really unfamiliar with me because I just forget. Dog Days is one that is really, really cool. Commonly used Dog Days. I do remember that one. Festive Firefight is cool, but you normally have to be around Christmas time for it to be cool. I just think it works better with the scenery. That was a cool one as well, when they introduced, LTMs and stuff to the game before the game had creative. That one was cool. Llama Spotted. I remember using that one a little bit as a loading screen. But just the fact you're allowed to mix and match and change all these different things in the game, and with every game that you play, for a game to be able to add so much to it just is crazy. I think I had Quiet on the set for a while there, but I got rid of it and sick of it, kind of. Raptor was one I had back in the day, but that was playing like 2018, 2017, going way back. Road Trip was really cool back in the day as well, when they started adding and removing things to the game. But obviously some of these also include some newer stuff which I either haven't used or have used, but it's been a long time. That supply drop one is sick. I love that supply drop one. Suppressed pistol, I remember using that back in the day, but it has been a long time since I really used it. And as we get into the final couple pages here, this has obviously been my entire Fortnite collection. So there you go. There is the last three. Guys, that has been it. Hope you've enjoyed this. It's obviously been a long time since your Fortnite video. I hope you're enjoying playing the OG season. Like and subscribe. Comment your favourite item. And I'll see you guys later.